Morning all. Sorry about the current absence of Sunday's Q&A. I'll explain why. I've been busy doing things. You know, it can take over. So I'll probably do Sunday's Q&A maybe later, and it'll come up as Sunday's Q&A on Tuesday or something like that. But in the meantime, I had a question from Kamran Khan, which I think is a question that an awful lot of people want to know before they hit the exchange, which is basically said, how much do you make a week? And it's not that easy to say, but because it varies. So I just thought I'd talk you through this week on the exchange. So this week on the exchange, I went out running on Monday. Didn't start particularly early. I got one job in the morning. That was a decent money job, and then London to London, and then the third job was cancelled. I started about 8 in the morning. I was home at 4 o'clock. I got £185 that day. Tuesday, Wednesday, I was running the flowers for Mother's Day. So that was starting at like 6 o'clock in the morning and finishing at 7 o'clock at night. I got 270 for Wednesday, and I got 340 for Wednesday. Sorry, 270 for Tuesday, 340, 350 for Wednesday. But I was in Salisbury, and then I was in Portsmouth. I was all over the shop. Thursday, I got the multi-drop out of use with the fridges. So that started again at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that was done by about 12-ish. And I got one in the afternoon, that was 270. And Friday, I had a decent job in the morning. Can't remember what it was. And then I had two jobs and struggled to get one in the afternoon. So that wound up a little bit short. But the long and the short of it is I kind of hit my target. My target for the week is 12. I try to aim for 250 a day. You don't always get for 250 a day. Some days you might come in at 180. Then, like I say, Wednesday you have a golden day. I got in at 350. So that sounds lovely, doesn't it? But then you've got to work that out. That's 1250. You've got to take your diesel out of that. There's probably 250 quid's worth of diesel on that, so now you're down to £1,000. Then you've got to take your wear and tear or your rent or your van out for the day. That's 20-30 quid a day. I think my repayments on the van are like 20 quid a day. So that grand's now £900. Then you've got to take your tax out of that. So now you're down to about 700 quid, which if you work it across the 5 days, it's about £130 a day. And then it doesn't seem that great, does it? Don't get me wrong, £130 a day is £130 a day, but you can get £80 a day as just a removal guy, just helping someone lump boxes. You can probably get that kind of money in Asda's, and you've got none of the grief, none of the aggravation. And of course, if you want to take holiday, and if you want to take a day off sick, then you just go, I'm not coming in today. Whereas this, you want to take holiday, take a day off sick, get nothing. You want a week off for Christmas? Get nothing. You're 4 days off over, a bank holiday weekend, Good Friday, Easter Monday, where there won't be no jobs anyway. Get nothing. Having said that, I also then went to work on Saturday. I got two jobs on Saturday, which is unusual. There's not a lot of jobs on the Saturday, but I had one come in and then another one come in. So I started at 5, drove over to Heathrow, picked up a box and took that to Luton Airport. And then I went from Luton Airport to Luton Vauxhalls and took an air conditioning unit over to some barracks somewhere in Oxfordshire. Got 140 for that day. And then Sunday, I was in Bishopsgate at 6 o'clock in the morning, which was lovely because the clocks went back, and picked up a load of kitchen equipment, which I've now just dropped off here. I'll get 150 for that. So I've got 300 for the weekend. So you beg the question then, well, if it isn't that clever, and if I'm running myself into the ground, why am I doing it? Because I'm of the belief, and I'm still sticking of the belief, that if I keep doing it, something will come of it. I'll get more regular jobs. I'll get more regular jobs out of regular people, which are less aggravation and pay better money. And the longer you're on the exchange, and I keep saying this, it's not a magic wand, but the longer you're on the exchange, the more you'll get in with regular people that will ring you and go, I need you next week, Peter. Are you free on Tuesday? And because they're ringing you, you don't have to bid, and they will give you proper money. And at the end of the day, you're your own boss. You can decide when you go to work. No one tells you what to do. You've got the open road. You've got your music. Got my flask of tea. It's not so bad. So that's the truth. That was this week. I tried to get a gross profit of £1,250 a week. Gross profit, money that comes in before you take all the extras off. I am going to get onto that QuickBooks soon. And like I say, they have it on the best of authority. That's going to tie up with the exchange. And that will probably give me a much better idea of where I'm at. Of course, and there's the other thing, that if you ain't making that much money, you ain't going to pay that much tax, because you only pay tax on the profit that you make. But yeah, how much can you make on the exchange? You can make bundles, or you can make nothing. It comes down to you, how much time you want to put in, how lucky you are, what kind of jobs you get. But that's kind of it for me. So there's the honest truth, guys. Hope it helps. In the meantime, I hope you're all out there taking money. Hope you're taking more money than me. And be careful out there. Take care. Take money. Do the Q&A soon. Bye, guys.